Listen, Google is not the only game in town, and there are people that have been making thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars off of Pinterest, driving traffic over their blogs from Pinterest or driving them to their Instagram or their YouTube or their lead magnet or whatever it is. Today, I'm going to show you something very, very powerful. We're going to use a Pinterest keyword research tool to find the best topics. We're going to be able to pull up the top pins. We're going to have AI analyze the pin for us so we see why that pin is getting so much traffic besides the topic. We're going to have an AI tool write a blog for us based on that topic. Then we're going to use that pin as inspiration to go create a new pin using an AI tool. All of this is going to be done with AI. All you have to know how to do is do the research. Now, I am using a few tools today. Most of these are like trial or free to paid. You'll have to take a look at what makes sense for you. You're going to see these all listed in the description below. We're going to start over here with pin clicks. And I want to show you really quick what you're able to do with pin clicks is you're able to look up the top pins by any keyword or by any interest. You can look at specific pin stats by pasting in a URL to a pin. This is unbelievable data. And I'm building my entire Pinterest boards now based on using the data from pin clicks. It makes everything so much easier than manual research. But let's pretend you don't know what your niche is. Now I do, so I would just come over here with keyword research and start with my niche specifically. But let's pretend you really don't know what it is. You can go over here to Pinterest and you can type in trends.pinterest.com. This is a great starting point. And I think we don't pay enough attention to algorithms that are telling us what to create next. They're telling us what to create and we ignore it and we create what we want instead of following the algorithm. Now, let me give you an example. I already have a Pinterest account that this is reading, and I have one where I've posted a lot of pet products. So while all of my account's not about pets, I do have a board that's focused on pets, or a few boards. So what it's saying here is trending right now is male cat names. Now that is not one I thought of, but that is a perfect type of article that does well on Pinterest. Is it going to drive immediate sales? No. It's more like this one's going to draw interest. It could draw traffic. It could draw saves and likes and shares, which drive more traffic to the boards. So it's kind of one of those staple pieces that are more about brand awareness and increasing reach and audience and that kind of thing than direct sales. Okay. Where this one, fleas remedies for your house, that is most likely going to contain some sort of bug sprays or something that you can link to that might have affiliate offers or selling, but that's a whole nother conversation, right? So looking at this. Now, another thing you can do is just come up here and let's just say I want to focus on cats. My cat board's doing well. I want to focus on cats. Well, it'll kind of give you some various ideas here on what's trending and what's moving up, but it's just kind of a really basic view. And if you don't know a lot of Pinterest, if you don't know how to do keyword research, you might get stuck here. Well, this is where pin clicks comes in, okay? If you go to keyword research here on pin clicks, and let's just stay with the cat topic, and we type in cat, and we sort by popularity, highest to lowest, this is what it's showing us for that category. Cat PFP, I don't know what that is, cat eye nails, cat memes, cat drawing, cat tattoo, cat wallpaper, cat aesthetic. So you can play around with this and see what kind of things might be popular for cats. We could then look at cat and say, all right, let's look at the top pins that are in the cat broad topic, right? And we're going to look at this really quick. Oh, look at this. The first one is a calico Maine Coon cat breed. What's the second one? It's just a little meme of a cat. What's the third one? Cat besties. What's the fourth one? Compelling reasons why you should get a cat. Adorable cat, right? So you kind of can just pick up on one of these and go for it. Various cat breeds are a cool way to do this, okay? Now, let's though piggyback on the fact that over here, Pinterest is telling us male cat names are trending. So I'm just going to go with that one for today and say, all right, we know cat is a good topic. We know that Pinterest is saying cat memes. We could do cat memes or male cat names or cat breeds. Let's just start today with male cat names, okay? Now watch this. Go over here to top pins and type in cat names. Now it's going to pull up the top pins for cat names. Literally, it doesn't get any better than this. Because what do we want to see? Oh, we want male cat names. If we're going to create a pin, we need to see what images are working. What is appealing to people. Now, what was cool is just a minute ago, we saw this little drop down starting to give us other suggestions. I'm going to pull that back up. Cat names. See this? Look at this. What you could do is you could create a whole board on cat names and look at all the different options that you could do. Now, I saw a minute ago, male cat names even had a whole bunch of long tail keywords. So very similar to search engine optimization on Google. So now you create a whole board called cat names. You could create a section or another board called male cat names, and then look at all of the topics you could cover. Unique male cat names. You could make a pin for unique Muslim male cat names. Arabic, gray male cat names, orange male cat names. So this goes on and on and on. If you want to cover the whole topic, there's a whole bunch of long tails that you can do, right? So this could carry over to your blog too and give you blog inspiration. Maybe you want to create a blog post on each one of those. You want to have a category called cat names, subcategory called male cat names, and then under there you have all these posts. Then you create pins for each one. You drive traffic to your blog. I mean, this is how good it is. It's just like Google. If you've ever done anything with Google SEO, it's the same type of concepts with keyword research, okay? So let's just say we're going to go generic. We're just going to go with male cat names for now. Let's look at what the top pins are. Okay, look at this first one. It's an actual pin image with all the cat names on the pin. That might be something you want to create. You can do that very easily with Canva. Okay, so Canva would be another paid to free tool. I'll list it below that you can make this little image. Or you could do this in Excel almost. Put it side by side and then do a screenshot. There's all kinds of ways to make this pin. All right, what's the second one? 250 male cat names for your cool cat. What's the third one? 60 cute and unique male cat names for rescue cats. Ooh, there's another cool long tail. Boy cat names, 250 ideas. Unique cat names, that's cute. Badass cat names for 2024. That's adorable. Okay, so you're getting the idea. Now it looks like most of them are doing 250. Is that the same? Nope, they're not the same site. I just wanted to make sure they weren't the same site. Okay, so what are we seeing in common? We're seeing this, a lot of them have a number in front of them. They're all kind of shooting for that same number of cat names. Now, what you could do is you could just use ChatGPT for free, your basic, whatever ChatGPT tool you're using. And you could say, just watch me do this. Give me a list of 250 cat names for boy cats. Okay, so this is a very easy way to get a quick list, right? Now, remember, we're not thinking Google, we're thinking Pinterest. We just want to drive people over to get the list of names. But to me, I kind of look at this and I go, it's kind of generic. How could it be helpful? So watch me do this instead. Okay, I'm going to say, do it again, separate it into categories. Now, we're not telling it what categories. It's going to make up categories. So classic names. Oops, hold on. I want to tell it something else. Do it again. Keep the numbers in sequence to get to 250. Because see how it's starting over again under each category? I want it to keep going to the 250. So these kind of listicles, you don't have to use a fancy AI tool. You can just use ChatGPT to get your list, right? So look at how cool this is. Mythical and fantasy names for cats. Ooh, love this. Or you could feed it those long tail keywords, orange cat, boy cat, unique cat, Muslim cat, and it would make it all on this blog. You could do it that way too. Oh, it stopped the numbers. I would have to have it correct that. Then another way you could do this is say, okay, keep this going, but start again and make sure the numbers go 1 to 250. Keep them in categories and put a short description with each name. Now, again, we're not telling it what description. We're being very generic right now. We're just kind of letting it have the creativity. So now we're getting meaty. Look at this. Now we've got categories, we've got names, we've got descriptions. Now it's counting correctly. Let's see. Oh, okay. So now you'd have to tell it to keep going. You're getting the idea here, right? Then you could go back and say, give me an intro under each category, and then it'll make it even a little meatier. Another thing you could do with this is, let me see if it'll let me start from here again. Let me stop this. Okay. Now another thing you could do here is I could say, now put the list in a 2-table column. 2-column table is what I meant to say, but I think it knows. Look at this. This could be your image. This could be your Pinterest image, or this could literally be your blog. Do you know that these tables are copy and pastable? So you literally can just copy this table and put it over in most blog formats. Anything where you're using like WordPress or whatnot is going to work. And now this is even going to be probably more appealing, although it kind of jogged that table over. So you could say, make sure this is all in one table. Like, don't separate the table by category. So it's just about how you prompt it. All right, we've got this down. You kind of get this idea, but let me give you another idea. Let's say it's a more challenging topic, like cat breeds, okay? So now again, I really think ChatGPT can handle a lot of this, but I'm going to show you where when I get into more in-depth topics besides just generic listicles, I'll come over here and use something like SEO writing or Surfer SEO. I use both for different purposes, but let's just come over here. SEO writing is a super easy, super fast, very complete blog post writer for you, all AI driven. Okay. So I mean, it still passes my SEO test at about 85% for optimization. I still like Surfer SEO better for my super more in-depth articles, but for Pinterest, these are easy. Watch this, one-click blog post. So up here, I could say main keyword, and I could say male cat names. Generate a title, male cat names, top picks for your feline friend, okay? Then you can pick the size of your article, your tone of your article, what AI model you want to use, the point of view. Do you want it to be first person? A lot of times those first persons do well on Pinterest. Your target country, if you want to do that. Humanize the text, 8th and 9th grade level. You can have it add AI images. You could tell it how many AI images you want it to add. You can have it add YouTube videos. You can have it use NLP keywords. I mean, it's pretty advanced. You can decide how you want this to start. I'll start with a question. Do you want it to include tables, italics, quotes, key takeaways, FAQs, external linking, yada, yada, yada. It does all of this for you. Now watch. Let's go ahead and say generate a title. Oops, I'm sorry. I meant to run the blog. Okay, run the blog. Now, it's fast. I will tell you that. We get a response back pretty quickly. The AI images you're going to see in a second are good, although I will tell you the AI image generator I'm going to show you in a second is way better. But this is good. This is kind of like one of those good enough. If you're just trying to create pins and drive traffic, this is going to get the job done for you without having to replace all the images. I'm going to show you that in a second. I'm going to let it finish. But let me go over here now and show you what else PinClicks does to help us with this blog post. Okay, let's find one of these images that we like. I'm going to sort these by saves, highest to lowest. That is usually where I'll start, especially if it's a more recent. Now look at this. Just based on what I'm seeing, I absolutely would go create a pin like this. 100%, I'm going to go create a pin like this with put a bunch of the names on the sticker because it's working. You see it over and over again. But let's pretend that we want to go with just a kind of a normal Pinterest image. This is going to blow your mind. Watch how this works. I'm going to save this image. I'm just going to save this image as one. Okay. Now, a lot of you that are graphic designers, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, that's stealing the image. No, watch what I'm going to do. We're just taking the idea of this pin. I want the structure. Why is this pin working? I don't want to steal their image. I'm not going to take their title, yada, yada. But I want to understand the structure so that I understand how to create a pin that's similar to the structure. So I save the pin. I'm going to go over to ChatGPT. I'm going to click on this little attachment button, upload from computer. Now I'm going to find our image, which I called number 1, and I'm going to upload it. Now watch this. I'm going to say, describe this image in detail. You could just say, tell me what's in this image. I mean, it doesn't need a specific prompt. Just talk to ChatGPT like you would an admin, okay? So look what it says. Features a close-up of an adorable orange tabby kitten, likely asleep or resting on its back with its eyes closed and paws near its face, creating a sense of warmth and cuteness. The kitten is lying on a soft, white, fluffy surface, adding to the... So it's being very specific. Over the image, there are 3 blocks of text, each set in bold, clear font that is easy to read. The text is formatted as follows. At the very bottom of the image, there's a URL. Okay, we want to take this same idea, but we're going to replace some things that fit us, okay? So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and copy that. I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to make a few changes. Okay, so I'm going to say the image features a close-up of, now we want a male cat, right? We're just going to say a cute male cat. I'm not going to tell it what to do. We're not stealing this person's image, but we definitely want a male cat, okay? Over the image, there are 3 blocks of text, each set in bold, clear font that's easy to read, and the text is formatted as follows. All right. Now, we don't need to be that specific. Over the image, there are blocks of text. Let's let the designer give us some variations. There are blocks of text, but we do want it to be bold, clear font. All right. The text is formatted as listed. All right. We don't need it to be that specific. We're going to do something like this. And what was our title for our blog? Our title is Adorable Male Cat Names. All right, let's just go with that for a second. I'll come back to that article. All right, so the text is formatted as below. Adorable cat names. At the very bottom of the image is a URL in small gray text, and I'm going to change this, and let's just make something up. Let's just pretend we have petnook.com. This is not my real URL. I'm just making it up. Suggesting the source, the creator of the content. All right. I'm going to take this. This is going to be our starting point. I'm going to go over to ideogram or ideogram, however it's pronounced. I'm going to paste this in here, and I'm going to say, give me a 9x16 pin. Now, here's what you need to know. AI is still terrible at text. It's getting better and better, but it's still not great. So you may have to run a few revisions to get your text right. Sometimes it's 20 for me. I've had 50. Sometimes I hit it right out of the gate. Okay. And you may have to play. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here are the problems. This one has an extra B. This one has an I. Adorable cat names. Okay. I like this concept though. So we almost got it right out of the gate if it hadn't put 2 B's in here. Okay. So I'm going to take this pin and I'm going to give this a remix. Let's see if it can get the text right. Sometimes it gets worse as you go, and sometimes it gets better as you go. So I can't say that I know all the idiosyncrasies of this software yet. I've just started using it, but it's amazing. Adorable. Yeah, it's still giving me those darn 2 B's. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start this from scratch, because what happens is every time we hit remix, we're building on the same seed image, and it's just spinning us variations of that one image, and then it might not get the text right because it's going to keep putting in those 2 B's. But there is a negative prompt. We can say do it again without B's. It's not perfect, but it'll help. But sometimes I'll just spin it a few times and see if I can get it out of the gate and see what it gives us. Adorable cat names. I think we got one. It takes me, sometimes I can't even see the typos right out of the gate, but look at this. Adorable cat names, petnook.com. I think we got it. I mean, this is not perfectly aligned, but I don't know. I like it. I'm going to go with it. So what I would do now is I would go up here and click those buttons, and I would say download. Oh, it doesn't say male cat names. Adorable cat names. That was my fault. I think I didn't put it out in the title, but you get the idea. This should say adorable male cat names. But you see, this doesn't look anything like that person's pin. We did not steal that person's pin. They're not at all. You wouldn't even think these two are necessarily related, but yet we were able to guide our image generator with prompts based on structure that is working. The structure was the image of the cat. The structure was the soft background. The structure was the names separated like that. The structure was adding the URL to the bottom. So although it's just taking the structure. I can't stress that enough, that's really what we're doing when we're doing this. Now you could quite literally take, even if you took the whole description, it still doesn't come out like that. Watch. We're going to take their whole description of literally what it tells us is in this image. Watch what it does. It still is not going to give us that person's image. That's why I'm okay with this, because I would never tell somebody, go take somebody else's image and make one exactly like theirs. It's really just, again, that's how most AI like this works, is it's going off of inspiration and structure rather than the literal format. Let's see what it gives us now. There you go. So it's that would take more work because that one's really messy. So here's their pin. There's the little orange cats. I would say it's more similar. It is similar, but so if it were me, I'm probably gonna mix it up, but I'm gonna say making an orange cat laying on the grass or whatever. I'm not gonna use too many literal. I never just use the direct prompt. I always change it up so that I have something more unique because I want mine to be unique too, right? Anyway, you get the idea. So basically, what we did. Now let's go look at our blog. Okay, adorable male cat names find the perfect fit. So it's giving us AI generated images. These are unique, original AI images you can use. It's giving us quotes. It's bringing in a video. And by the way, you are allowed to do this because that person, when they uploaded their video to YouTube, they uploaded it without the option to unshare, to not allow people to embed it. So this is permittable and it's in its current form. So that person gets their props. When they watch it on YouTube, it goes to their channel. We're not chopping it up. That is perfectly acceptable. That is a content share. Now look what it's doing. Another cool little image. I like that image. Now it's giving us the classic male names and what they mean. Look at this. There's another image. This is a cool blog. I'm pretty excited about this. I love it. The big difference with this is it's not giving us an exact number. It's not like 250 blog names. And so far, me testing SEO writing, if I tell it to give 250, it still doesn't. It doesn't quite understand, give me this many and a number the way ChatGPT does directly, right? But guess what you could do? You could take the same blog and we can edit it and we can still put in those 250 cat names. We could just copy and paste that table in and now we've got it at the bottom or at the top, but then we still have this nice, healthy, meaty blog to go with it, which is so much more valuable and helpful than just the generic list. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I put the description, all of these links in the bottom there. My name is Lori Ballen, and thank you so much for joining me today.